Hey, you. Go ahead and take a moment to get settled in. Today, we're going to explore hatred or ill will, the opposite of loving kindness. A mind that pushes away from something with hostility, and that attacks or strikes against some aspect of our experience, however subtle or crude. You'll often hear people refer to this hindrance as aversion, but I want to make clear that some kinds of aversion are healthy. They're not motivated by ill will. There's no hostility to them, like having aversion to slavery or racism or homophobia or what have you. These kinds of aversions are not hindrances. We want to turn away from things that hurt or suppress others. And so we do. But we turn not out of hostility or ill will, but out of love and compassion. We turn out of the welfare for others. So while aversion is something we want to stay mindful of, what we really want to see is our underlying motivation to that aversion. Is it born out of hostility and ill will? Or is it born out of loving kindness? Okay, go ahead and get settled into the moment. Settled into the ever-changing flow of experience. Just allowing the subtlest details to reveal themselves. Breathing in, smiling. Breathing out, calming. Now, I invite you to reflect for a moment on how ill will shows up in your own life. And as you do, see if you can observe whatever arises from the neutral, formless, open space of awareness. See if you can sit there in the middleness, seeing, feeling, experiencing any trace of ill will fully and clearly, but with complete composure and equanimity. See if you can sit with it without reacting to it or pushing it away. How does ill will present itself in your life? Where do you see it? With physical pain or discomfort? Emotions like anger, annoyance, or irritation? What about in boredom, discontent, or disgust? What about around thoughts of injustice, whether the injustice is aimed at you or at others? Do you find it in resentment or jealousy? What about in states of denial, defensiveness, uncertainty, or fear? What about when you don't get something you desire? And what about with loss? Is it strong there? Feel a lot of ill will tied up with sorrow and grief. Where do you experience ill will in your life? Do you see it around your work or chores? Do you experience it on the road, driving in traffic? Do you see it in any of your relationships? Do you experience it with your family? Do you hold any ill will against yourself? Okay. In the last minute of the session, bring your attention to the direct experience of change. And if you get caught on anything, see and note directly its impermanent and changing nature. Watch it unfold and eventually pass away. Well, thank you for practicing. Now, as you go about your week, I invite you to start opening awareness to the various ways ill will shows up in your life. Maybe even note them in a journal. And if it's something you deal with quite frequently or with high intensity, please be patient and caring toward yourself. Try to hold any feelings of anger, frustration, or impatience just with the utmost love and care. Try to remember there's no need to get mad that ill will has arisen. There's no need to beat yourself up or put yourself down. We want to be careful not to condition the wrong attitude toward it. We don't want to have aversion to our ill will. So just try to hold that anger or frustration like a newborn baby with tenderness and an eagerness to understand it and help it. And I'll see you back here tomorrow.